Hello and welcome. Tonight, let's step quietly into a calm evening where ordinary moments linger just long enough to catch your attention. Have you ever noticed a single light across the street or a faint melody drifting through the air and wondered what it might mean without needing an answer? In this story, we follow a peaceful night that unfolds gently, full of small, familiar details, quiet observations, and soft curiosity, inviting you to simply settle in and breathe along with it. The evening begins without ceremony. There is no rush to get anywhere, no reason to hurry through the door. Just the quiet moment of arriving home, the day already loosening its grip. The hallway light comes on softly, warmer than expected, as if it has been waiting. It spreads gently across the floor, touching familiar walls, revealing nothing new and nothing demanding. The world feels a little slower here, as though time has agreed to move at an easier pace indoors. Somewhere nearby, the refrigerator hums with a steady, patient sound, not loud enough to notice at first, but constant, reassuring. Outside, traffic passes at a distance, its presence softened by walls and evening air. Each sound stays in its place, not asking to be followed. Keys are set down, shoes come off. Simple actions, done without thought, the way they have been done many times before. The body remembers these movements and carries them out with ease. The air in the apartment feels settled. It holds the faint trace of the day, but already leans toward night. Nothing needs attention right now. Nothing is unfinished in a way that matters. This is the part of the evening where things begin to slow naturally, where small routines start to take over, gently and without instruction. And as the space grows quieter, the night opens up, ready to unfold at its own unhurried pace. With the door closed, the evening continues to soften. The small sounds of the outside world fade, replaced by quieter ones that belong to this space. Keys rest where they always do. A jacket is set aside, sleeves folding into themselves without thought. Comfortable clothes follow, familiar in weight and texture, easing the body into rest. Nothing tight, nothing hurried, just what feels right for the night ahead. A window is opened, only a little, enough to let the cool air slip in, slow and gentle. It carries the faintest trace of the street below, already calming, already distant. The curtain shifts once, then becomes still again. Lights are left low, not bright enough to wake the room. Shadows remain soft and friendly, staying where they belong. Each small choice feels known, almost automatic, shaped by many quiet evenings before this one. There is comfort in doing things the same way, in knowing what comes next without having to think about it. As the routines settle into place, attention drifts outward toward the night beyond the walls, where other lives are easing into their own quiet rhythms. From the window, the neighborhood looks calmer than it did an hour ago. Not asleep yet, just settling into itself. A few windows remain lit, warm squares of light against the dark. They suggest quiet rooms, evening routines, unspoken habits unfolding behind curtains. Nothing draws attention. Everything feels exactly where it should be. Down below, someone passes by with a dog moving at an easy pace. No hurry in their steps, no destination that matters right now. The sound of paws on pavement fades almost as soon as it arrives. Across the street, a small shop finishes its day. Lights dim, a door closes carefully. The work of the day is put away until morning without announcement. The air holds a soft blend of sounds, a distant engine, a murmur of voices, then silence again. Each sound rises gently and settles back down, leaving space behind it. Watching these small moments brings a quiet sense of connection. So many evenings happening at once, all simple, all unremarkable, all enough. And as the neighborhood eases further into night, attention drifts inward again toward the comfort of familiar spaces waiting just inside. The kitchen holds a quiet kind of comfort at this hour. It is not a place of activity now, only of gentle care. A simple drink is prepared, something warm or familiar. The soft clink of a cup, the low sound of water, the steady rhythm of small movements. Nothing rushed, nothing exact, just enough. The air changes slightly as familiar scents begin to rise. They settle into the room without effort, blending with the calm already there. These are smells known well, tied to many evenings like this one. A light snack follows, easy and unimportant, not for hunger exactly, but for comfort, the kind of food that asks for no attention once it's made. There is reassurance in repeating these small steps, in doing them the same way, night after night. The body relaxes further, recognizing the pattern and settling into it. With the kitchen left quietly behind, the evening continues to slow, opening space for stillness and for the unhurried moments that come next. The living room offers a quiet pause, a place where nothing is expected and nothing needs to be finished. Sitting down feels natural, almost like an exhale. The furniture holds the weight without comment, steady and familiar. The room is dim enough to rest the eyes, bright enough to feel present. A book lies nearby, unopened, not waiting to be read, just waiting to be there. Its presence suggests possibility, not obligation. Somewhere in the background, a clock moves forward at its own gentle pace. Each soft tick arrives and leaves without urgency. Time feels wider here, less concerned with minutes and more with moments. Thoughts begin to drift in the same way. They come quietly, then pass on their own. No need to follow them, no need to solve anything tonight. The evening stretches comfortably, unstructured and calm. And in that open space, attention settles even more deeply, ready to notice the small, quiet details that remain. In the quiet of the room, a small detail begins to stand out, not in a way that demands attention, only in a way that invites it. Across the street, one window remains softly lit. It has been there before on other nights like this, always steady, always warm. Not bright enough to notice at first, but familiar once it's seen. There is no thought of who might be inside or why the light is on. It simply exists, part of the night's arrangement, a quiet companion to the stillness. Now and then, a faint sound drifts through the air, perhaps a distant radio, low and indistinct, a melody that never fully arrives, never fully leaves. These details settle gently into awareness. They don't ask for meaning or explanation. They're just small markers of life continuing at an easy pace. The attention rests there for a moment, calm and unbothered. And then, just as naturally, it begins to wander again, carrying the quiet curiosity along without needing to resolve it. There's no reason to look closer, no urge to step outside the calm of the room. The light across the way, the distant sound, they remain just as they are, part of the evening, not separate from it. They don't need to be understood to be comforting. It becomes easy to imagine how many nights are unfolding at once. Other rooms, other quiet routines, people easing out of their days in their own familiar ways. Some may be reading, some may be resting, some may simply be sitting, listening to the same kind of silence, all of it happening gently, without notice. The curiosity stays soft, almost blending into the background, less a question, more a feeling of connection, a sense that life continues calmly, even when unseen. In that shared quiet, the mind settles further, thoughts grow fewer, slower, and the evening holds everything comfortably, just as it is, ready to offer its own simple understanding. At some point, understanding arrives without effort, not as a thought, but as a feeling of ease. The light across the street remains steady. The faint sound drifts in and out, unchanged. These things no longer feel like details to notice, only parts of the night itself. There is comfort in how they stay the same. Night after night, they return, quietly reliable. They ask nothing in return. Not every moment needs an explanation. Not every sound needs a reason. Some things are simply there to remind the mind that everything is in its place. The evening feels complete in this simplicity. The room, the outside world, the passing hours all settle together. And with that gentle understanding, the body relaxes a little more, ready to move naturally toward rest. The house begins to quiet itself. Not all at once, but gently, room by room. Lights are dimmed until they barely glow, just enough to soften the space, not enough to disturb it. Shadows grow longer, calmer, resting where they fall. Doors are closed with care. Each small sound is familiar and brief, leaving silence behind it. The home seems to settle, as if it knows the night has fully arrived. The detail noticed earlier remains, the steady light, the distant sound, no longer something to think about, only something that belongs. It feels like a quiet companion now, present, consistent, and easy to accept. A small reminder that the night holds more than one gentle rhythm. With everything in its place, the evening slows even further, and the space grows ready for stillness, for the final, peaceful moments before rest arrives. The night settles into its deepest calm. Nothing shifts now, and nothing needs to. The room holds steady, wrapped in soft shadows and quiet air. Breathing slows on its own, even and unforced. The outside world feels far away, reduced to a gentle presence rather than a place. There is no sense of ending, only of easing. The evening hasn't led anywhere in particular. It has simply arrived here, complete in its stillness. The small, familiar details remain exactly as they are, comforting not because they are noticed, but because they no longer need to be. They belong to the night, just as rest belongs to this moment. And in that calm balance, the body finds its natural place, held by quiet, ready to drift without effort into whatever comes next. The body finds a place to rest, perhaps lying down, perhaps simply sitting in stillness. Either way, the night holds it gently, without question or expectation. Nothing urgent has called. Nothing demands attention. The evening has passed quietly, with only ordinary moments unfolding softly. Every sound, every shadow, every light is exactly where it should be. They wrap around the space like a familiar blanket, steady and reassuring. Even the smallest details, noticed or not, fit naturally into the rhythm of the night. There is no need for movement, no need for thought. The mind drifts as easily as a feather in calm air. The quiet of the home, the gentle presence of the world outside, all settle together in peaceful harmony. And in that stillness, the ordinary evening has completed itself completely. Everything is as it should be. Everything is held safely, softly, and without hurry. Most nights pass quietly, in ways that often go unnoticed. Not every evening is full of events or surprises. Many are calm, unremarkable, yet quietly meaningful in their own gentle way. There is comfort in this rhythm. The familiar sounds, the soft lights, the slow passage of time, they hold a steady presence. Even the smallest moments carry a subtle reassurance, a reminder that the world can simply be. It is enough to notice the quiet, to breathe slowly, and to rest in that awareness. No effort is required, no expectation presses forward. The night carries everything gently, and everything belongs exactly where it is. So here, in this stillness, it is possible to let go, to allow the body to relax fully, to let the mind settle softly, drifting toward sleep, carried by the ordinary, comforting embrace of a calm night.